new puppy took up far too much of my time. I'm not making excuses, but it's true. So anyway, welcome back to another episode of Krafty Koi. Loads of comments coming through on the video that dropped at the start of the filter house. People are saying about double doors. The thing is, with the double door thing, I mean, I can understand what people are saying, because it's quite obvious that it needs a little bit of room to get in and out. However, it will be the whole side of the wall of the filter house, because but I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build to 4 courses and then lift it over. So what I think I'm going to do is, off the back wall, is put a gate on the back so I can open it in full in order to get the nexus over the top, in and out and whatnot. It seems like the only good thing to be able to do, but that's going to go on top of the 4 courses. So yeah, right, need to get some more blocks laid. It's now 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, so I've lost quite a lot of time. Right, I'll come back in a minute when we've done a little bit more. Friday, so I've done a little bit more on the block work yesterday. I'll spin you around in a minute, let you have a look what we've achieved so far. So I decided to do a little bit of a difference on the back wall, just due to the fact that I'd already laid slab, and what I needed to do was provide a bit more of a sturdier base. So I'll spin you around, let's have a look. I'm now, before I do that though, pipe fittings still hadn't turned up. It's now Friday. I ordered them on Monday, so I've just been on the blower to the retailer. He reckons they should be here tomorrow, so hopefully over the weekend I can get the pipe work sorted out, so it's plumbed up as much as possible. Spoke to Matt as well for GRP lining, fiberglassing. We are rescheduling for after the 25th. I've still got plenty to do. It's not a big issue. Matt's been on another pond build, struggling a little bit with his compound, but if you go over, have a look at his video, he'll explain all that on there. So for anyone that's coming or thinking of getting it all done, it's worth a look at, just to see what problems he gets up to. So right, let me spin you around, show you what I've got up to. So there we go. I'm not sure if I'm going to go any higher than that yet. I'm still trying to work it out. I've only got that amount of blocks left, and my priority is to use what I've ordered, but my priority is to get the side wall in, or back wall, depending what you want, and then the wall across the back as well. So that's the plan for today. On top of that, I removed this brick yesterday, or block, because down there, the 4-inch pipe, I noticed that after I'd repositioned the nexus, that this side bulged out more towards the top, above the block, which would have impeded where the line for that pipe for the purge was. So what I've done is I've cut this block back, so that will be the 4-inch purge pipe that goes out into the reservoir behind. I'm hoping when my boy gets up, it's now like midday, still in bed, laziness, I'm going to get him to dig an hole down there. Off of the back wall here, I've obviously got the air source heat pump. I need to plumb that. I need to put that in position so I know whereabouts the inlet and the outlet pipes are going to flow from, because what I don't want to do is build the wall. I haven't got a core drill or any core bits, and I don't particularly fancy paying out 30 quid for a core drill just to drill 2 holes. So I'm going to work out whereabouts that they're going to come in and out, and then I'm going to leave a hole like I am for this down here. So when the time comes, I can just put the pipe through and then cement it in. So down the back here, what I've done is I've created block on flat like so, and also I haven't met it up in the middle, and I've also come across the back here, so that's going to run down the whole line of the back, and then I'm going to build block on side further up, also tying in from the metal strip down there as well. So that's the plan for today. I'm hoping that I can get all that done in just one mix, because I don't particularly fancy spending any more money on sand. So you can see the sun's out, it's a glorious day. I'm going to get a mix made now, and then I'll come back with progress a little bit later on. It's now Saturday. I've had a bit of time off today, tripping on everything again. Man, I got wires all over the place. Right, Saturday. I've had a bit of time off today, because it's coming to the end of my holiday. My pipe fittings didn't turn up, which I was a bit pissed with, I ain't gonna lie, but you know, at the end of the day, still might come here because they deliver till 8 o'clock, but it's still not ideal. But I've finished as much as I can do on the filter house, because I've run out of block. So I'm still developing my idea. I've also had a little bit of feedback regarding the height of the Tempest, not the Tempest, the Nexus. I'm going to have a look at that now, and then I'll get a bit of feedback from you guys, because my understanding is that it's okay how I've set it out, but feedback from you guys would help me understand what you guys know, so I can develop my knowledge from your experiences and knowledge as well. So fucking hell. When the missus leaves a rake on the floor. Anyway, Nexus. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin you around, and then we're going to have a look at what I've got. And have a look at what I've got, and then you can tell me what you think. So then, this is what we're looking at. Let me come back a little bit for you so you get a bit more of an idea. Okay, so I've come in slightly off of there, and then L-shaped wall, door, back wall, fence wall. I think that's what we'll call it. So as you can see, the area now under there is all gravel. Some people will wonder why I've done that. That is because I can just tip water onto the gravel now, and it will drain into the floor, no problems. And when I say water, I'm just on about like small amounts. Okay, now with regards to the pipe, you can see that the 4-inch pipe has come through the wall. Now what I will be doing is getting some expandable foam in there once that's set, and then that will run down to the T-piece that you can see coming up from the drain there, which will then connect into the Nexus. So you'll also notice that I have also got that squared away now, so I can then run off the drain that will then come through here somewhere. So it's going to stay around the same sort of height and then come through that. Now I've set the height, although it's not set properly, of the air source heat pump. Okay, where that pipe's coming through, that's where I will have the bypass kit going over, and then the internal The internals will be obviously from the outlet of the Nexus 2-inch into 1.5 inch converter through the air source heat pump, okay, then back in, and then that will run along the side there and then down at some point along to then feed this inlet and this inlet. It will then also feed the Tempest, and I've also got to incorporate down here the UV at some point. So that's the plan with regards to how the pipe work's going to run. Now with regards to the Nexus, okay, let me just pause it there, I'll come back on in a sec. Yeah, so with the Nexus, what I've done is the lip off of the side here, I've put it so it's literally just a bit lower than the top of the pond. Now I had a message with regards to how this needs to be. Now I'm unsure if people are asking me to raise the Nexus or not. In my opinion, if I have that lip set just under, so as it stands it will sit just literally underneath the top of the pond, then when the water comes up here from inside the pond and then fills to that lip, all right, that would mean that I am too high in the pond. Okay, so I want it sitting just a little bit lower, so the pond itself will never ever sit right at the brink. It should sit a couple of inches below, but I might be wrong. So that's my understanding, and what I'd like is for you guys in the know to give me an idea of what it is that I'm doing wrong, if indeed I am doing anything, because as far as I'm concerned that seems okay. So, but also what we're going to do with the actual pond itself is I'm going to bring another 2 layers here. That's going to bring us to just under the one brick height off of here, okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that across the back wall and across there as well, and then this part here will then hose my pump controls, etc. Okay, and then when I get a Guardian for it, it will also sit in there as well. Everything else is fairly straightforward. On top here, step back. So on the top here, watch the rake behind you, I've just trod on that myself. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to wooden structure it off, so there will be a post come off here, post off each corner and then off the end, and then this side will all be feather edged. I may even extend it across the back, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. So that will be feather edged, and then there will be a drop from, so this end will be higher than that end. That will run to some guttering, that will then fit a water butt that we can use to give to the chickens, or even water the garden if we so choose. So and then we've got a small gate there. That's my plan. But I'm also later on, once the pond's up and running and this part's finished, I will be getting a really lovely pergola to go over here, and we're now going to dig a bloody great hole in here, and I'll come back in a moment and show you what I've got. Right, and this, we've just had a boiler changed from an old system into a new one, so we're now working from a combi boiler in the house. This was our old header tank that, oi. Right, so this is a header tank that I found up in the loft. One, I didn't find it, it was always there, from when we've had our boiler changed. So what I'm using, I'm going to use this now for the reservoir for where all of the mud comes. KD, wait one sec mate, one sec. Now I'm going to take all the old ball cock out, but if you're feeding from the mains, right, I know we're on about water, but the stuff that was in here that actually supplied us, it was vile. There was big black gunk in the bottom of that, and that's where our water sat before it's been delivered out the tap. So when you're actually topping your ponds up straight from source, and you've got an old system, not a combi boiler, because that constantly changes the water supply, but the old systems that used to store the water, right, in the bottom of that was loads of black gunk, and it actually blocked the top of my drain up when I emptied it. It was that thick and goopy. I actually had to put some acid on it to dissolve it. So just bear that in mind for those of you that top their pond up from the header tank straight from there, straight from the tap. Now the boy, say hello boy.
What's up?
Back from the military, thank you for your service. Now this is where we're going to now be burying this in. So it's coming behind there. We're going to dig the bloody great hole, we're going to put that tank in it, and then we're going to work out a way of having a cover on it and then covering it back over with something. But I haven't worked that bit out yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So I will come back to you once he's finished digging. Right, Saturday evening, I ain't got nothing on my feet, and I thought I'd better give you a quick update. Next stage is done. Let me spin you around. Garden's starting to take a bit more shape now. As you can see, right, we're starting to get things a bit trim. Right, the big sleeper has now been moved. We've got a bit more earth there. It don't look much on camera, it's quite a lot. And then filter house, or the start of the filter house, and then we have now got that plumbed in. So I have seen online I can buy myself a cover for that, no problems at all. Maybe a drain cover or a plastic cover, only around 20 quid, so don't break the bank. So still got to cut the ball valve out of that, that's not a big issue, but I'll sit a gorge pump in there and then it will pump up the side and then up through there into the drain. So you can see I don't think that that's looking too shabby, if I'm honest. So all in all, pipe fittings didn't turn up today, which I'm a little bit pissed with, which means they're not going to get here until Monday. I've got nothing else to do. Well, I can do little bits, but before I do anything I want to get all my pipe work all together, all at the same time, and then just hit it in a wanna. So, you know, I'm a little bit disappointed. I ordered all my stuff on Monday, expecting it to be here and by Wednesday at the latest, but just didn't turn up. So yeah, I might have a bit of complaint about that, to be honest. But it's what it is. Right, show the next stage. So on here, that steel beam is square off to the floor. So if I come down, you can see there's quite a large gap there. So what I'm going to be doing, I've got a piece of offcut sleeper in there somewhere. Oh yeah, I've also moved that sleeper over here. Right, that's going to be buried into the ground to give us the border leading up to that area. So once the pond is done, and up and running, I can then tackle the garden. It's not too far away actually, but yeah, I'm going to put a sleeper across there, an offcut that I've got, so it matches up on that, and then matches up against the raised flower bed, that is, and then I'm going to backfill that, ready for the piece that I've got in my mind. I don't want to give it away yet, but I've got something for here, but I'm not going to give it away until a later episode. But yeah, you can see there, like, it actually cuts off quite a lot of brick, so it comes up to here. So, you know, you look in there, nice legs, aren't I? Yeah, looking there, another good 8 inches off the floor. So that's all well and good. But so across the top, if you can imagine now, up here, the skimmer's going to be there. All right, a nice feather edge going across there. Okay, I may even incorporate some lights into that. Now, what my plan is for the pergola is to have a couple of UFO lights, and when my Sparky comes, I believe we may be putting some controls inside the house for the pond itself, so I can control everything from inside my home. But look at that, I am looking forward to that. So that's the end of this episode anyway. A bit of waffle, do apologise for that, but I wanted to do some pipe fittings and get all them in, but you know, it'll come, it doesn't really matter. So anyway, thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel so far. Subscriber count's still going quite crazy. I'm at 1,100 nearly. Excuse me for picking my nose, but you know, we are or I am super chuff with progress. I've got Matt coming down next week to do a bit of prep ready for the installation of the fiberglass. You know, so stay tuned everyone. Don't forget, support my channel please, give us a thumbs up, comment below. I have asked some questions in the episode, so please, if you've got any ideas, put them in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up and share it, and enjoy the koi.